Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, when they give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. All praise and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who brought out this truth many, many years ago and still to this day preaching this truth. I want to say shalom to all the true believers, the men and the women that's learned the teaching and seeking the Lord out with all sincerity and due diligence. I want to say to you all shalom. It's back another lesson real quick. We're going to jump straight into it. This is just a quick hit. I came across this a couple of days ago. I seen it. I came across this yesterday, but a couple of days ago I came across it on End of Time headlines. But finally, I got to read a little bit of the article, man, and I don't think Trump and them gonna be happy about this, man. So it says just in on Bricks News, it says Iran now possesses over 400 kilograms of uranium enriched to 60% purity. It says this is enough uranium for approximately I can't even say it right. It's lucky for approximately 10 nuclear weapons if further enriched, making Iran the only non-nuclear armed state in the world producing uranium at such a high level. See, and Trump and them not going to be happy about this, man, because they supposed to be in talks right now with Trump about these nuclear bombs. Trump and them don't want Iran to have no nuclear weapons, man. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they too close to Israel, and Israel is a big bully to Iran. And so now Israel have every right, because Israel is a big bully to Iran, and Iran has every right to defend itself against Israel. But those nukes are for Israel. One day, Israel going to be acting bad and acting tough, and Iran going to nuke their ass, man. So Iran getting ready too. Iran balking up. They're getting their military ready as well. Let's read some of this article real quick. Right here in CBS News, it says Iran has enriched its stockpile of near weapons grade uranium, nuclear watchdog says. I don't know how we're gonna start. We're gonna start right here. It says the report by the Vienna-based International Atomic Energy Agency, which was seen by the Associated Press and CBS News, says that as of May 17th, Iran has amassed 900.8 pounds of uranium enriched up to 60%. That's an increase of 294.9 pounds, or almost 50%. Since the IAEA's last report in February, the 60% enriched material is a short technical step away from weapons-grade levels of 90%, as a report in February put this stockpile level at 605.8 pounds, man. It says there's no immediate comment from the Tehran on the new IAEA report. The IAEA report raised a stern warning, saying that Iran is now the only non-nuclear weapon state to produce such material, something the agency said was of serious concern. And again, why they concerned? Because Iran is too close to Israel. It's right next door to Israel, man. And they know how dangerous that is because, like I said, America is nothing but a puppet in Israel's hand. So whatever Israel tell America to do, America is going to do it. So Israel be acting bad because they got America in their back pocket. So Israel gonna fuck around and mess with Iran one day, and Iran gonna nuke their ass. And that's when America gonna have to step in. But see, Iran got ties to Russia, got ties to China, and got ties to North Korea, right? So when that happened, hey man, that might be the cause of that might Iran hitting Israel back might cause America to step out of pocket, right? But we want to grab this precept, man, real quick, and they concerned, man, because they don't want Iran to have those nukes, man. So hell yeah, they concerned. They probably mad as hell. First precept though is Joel Salakia. Joel chapter 3 verse 10. We're gonna start at verse 9. We're gonna read out of KJV and NL10. It says, "Proclaim this among the Gentiles: prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." And that's Iran, man. They bulking up. They over the years they've been building up their military. Teaming up with Russia, sending military weapons to Russia. Russia sending them military things back and forth, man. So Iran bulking up their military as well. Let's go right here out of the NLT. Say to the nations far and wide, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let your fighting men advance for the attack. Hammer your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Train even your weaklings to be warriors. Right, so hey, the Lord said, hey, even the weak nations finna come up and bulk against this place, man. So that's America got to get their just due. America been bullying and got their hand in everybody's pocket. You know what I'm saying? I think, matter of fact, we finna pull something up real quick, man. I always say this, but I never really, look it up. Right here. Right here, America 800 military bases says the U.S. military operates over 750 military base sites abroad in 80 foreign countries and colonies. Over 750 military bases in all these other countries, man. Right? This represents a significant presence, with the U.S. having nearly 3 times as many bases abroad as U.S. embassies, consulates, and missions worldwide. The U.S. also has more overseas bases than all other countries combined, right? See, and why is that, man? That's a big concern. And but why? Because America is bullying these people, man. They go over there. If you don't do what America wants you to do, they'll bully you, put sanctions on you, put more taxes and all this stuff on the trade market or whatever the case may be, on the goods and stuff like that, like they just tried to do a few weeks ago. Even one time, I remember in Haiti, man, that sea stuff was coming out, and America wanted to push that jab over there to them. But the president at the time, whoever was at the time that was running that place, didn't want to. So what they did, they sent 28 missionaries over there to kill that man. And now they got the jabs running on them through Haiti, man. And Haiti already down bad, right? But see, this is why America gonna get it bad, man, because after all the things they done, it's finally coming back upon them. All these nations are rising up against America, man. And America has been a bully for years. As you can see, like I said, a U.S. military operates over 750 military base sites in 80 foreign countries. And, they have overseas bases than all the other countries combined, man. They stealing their resources, knocking off their presidents and putting sanctions on them, man, to where, making other countries broke. You know what I'm saying? Stealing their resources such as oil, gold, weapons, whatever the case may be, man. America got their hand in everybody's pocket, man. And this is why these nations are teaming up, and it's going to destroy America. Now we're going to jump to Habakkuk, chapter 2. And we're going to start off... we're going to start at verse 5. We're going to read on NLT. Habakkuk chapter 2. They say, wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. Who is that arrogant? That's America. The Esau, even the so-called white man, they open their mouths wide as the grave, and like death, that's Esau, they are never satisfied. They never satisfied, man. They always got their hands in somebody else's pocket. America has enough resources to, have our own, produce our own oil, produce our own gold and all this and all that, man. But America got their hand in everybody else's pocket, man. Got their nose in everybody else's business, right? Let's continue. It said they're never satisfied. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed up many peoples. So with them, doing all this, the same thing how they got America. They came, Christopher Columbus and them came over here, knocked off the Native Americans, damn near created genocide on them, and set up shop. And they profiting off our benefits, man, right? So now, with all that being said, they getting all these countries and all this power by, rape, rob, and murder, and all this bloodshed, which they're calling everybody else terrorists, when in our reality, they are the real terrorists, man, And let's continue. It says they are never satisfied, and in the greed they have gathered up many nations and swallowed up many peoples. But soon their captors will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, what sorrow awaits you, thieves? You will get what you deserve. You become rich by extortion. You see that? And let's look at this word extortion. You look at this word extortion, and it says the practice of obtaining something, especially money, through force or threats. And that's America. The Lord did bless Esau with that sword, man. Esau ain't really doing nothing but what he really supposed to do. But everything that he has doing, everything, how can I say it? It's a quote. Oh, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Esau, blessing is the sword, to take peace away from the earth and his military might. So he's going to die by that sword, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get destroyed, you know, when Yahweh Shah come back, and the Lord is going to destroy all these different nations, man. Right? So again, but soon the captives will taunt them, and they will mock them, saying, what sorrow awaits you, thieves? Now you will get what you deserve. You become rich by extortion. But how much longer can this go on? Suddenly your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have, while you stand trembling and helpless, because you have plundered many nations. Now all the survivors will plunder you. You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence. What sorrow awaits you? Build big. You build big houses with money gained dishonestly. You believe that your wealth will buy you security, putting your family's nest beyond the reach of danger. Man, hey, the Lord is letting him know, because this is truly what Esau thinks. You know, Esau thinks that he's that high and mighty. He can't be touched. Esau thinks that he is God. You know, Esau is the one that sets his nest among the stars, man. He's the one that he thinks he's above. He's the one that thinks he has this power, got it all by itself. But in reality, the Lord has blessed him with the sword, man, and Esau is taking full credit for it. So the Lord is saying, hey, since, you know, you plundered all these different nations, you know, you got your money dishonestly, and it went in the righteous way. Hey, I'm going to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to turn them back on you. Everything that you've done to them is going to come back on you. As I said, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, man. Right? Let's continue. Put your family's nest beyond the reach of danger. You know, just because they think they hiding their families out in these big fancy houses way out where nobody will find them. Hey, the Lord is going to send fishermen, man. We're going to be fishing their people out from underground. You know, and that's also, too, them going back into the caves and underground. That's Esau going into his natural habitat, man. You know, he's going to hide away when Yahweh Shah returns. Verse 10, but by the murders you committed, you have shamed your name and forfeited your lives. The very stones and the walls cry out against you, and the beams of the ceilings echoes the complaint. For sorrow awaits you who build cities with money gained through murder and corruption. Hey, tell me that's not Esau Edom in America, man. You know, and everything that, you know, they took from us, right? Has not Yahweh, the Lord of heaven's armies, promised that the wealth of the nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard, but it is all vain. So they work so hard, all for nothing, because this place is temporary, man. This is nothing but a temporary power, a temporary rulership. This rulership is not going to last forever. It's just Esau time right now. What does the scripture say? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. So they doing all these things, man, and it's all vain, it's all for nothing, because their wealth is not going to profit them at the time of trouble, man. All these riches and all this military might and all this wealth that they put up and save and do all these things with, that they work so hard for, that they kill, rape, rob, and murder for, all that money is not going to benefit them in the time when Yahweh Shah returns, man. You know, it's not going to benefit them none. It says, for as the waters will fill the sea, the earth will be filled with the awareness of the glory of Yahweh. And that's what we're waiting on. What sorrow awaits you who make your neighbors drunk. You force your cup on them. See, all these other nations are drinking that Babylon juice, man. They're going off because of Esau. That's why it says, you know, Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. They mourning right now, man. They just doing this because they ain't got no choice. You know, America got all these damn military bases, you know, putting sanctions and taxing them with every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Threatening them, going over there, killing their people. You know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah, they mourning right now. We all mourning. We can't wait for Yahweh Shah to return, man, so we can have that righteous rulership. Esau fucking everything up. You know, what sorrow awaits you who make your neighbors drunk? You force your cup on them. That's that golden cup Esau, you know, passing around all these different nations. So you can gloat over their shameful nakedness, but soon it will be your turn to be disgraced. Come drink and be exposed. See that? And that's already happening, man. You know, with the Epstein Island thing, all the people's names being exposed, the Lord is bringing this place down low. You know, we in $trillions worth of debt. You know what I'm saying? You see all these other militaries bulking up and boasting up against America. You know what I'm saying? Trump out here trying to be a damn savior. You know, you had this stupid ass election. It's just one big shit show at this place, man. And that's why this place has to get destroyed. It's worse. It's so wicked. It's nothing but sin, nothing but wickedness, a place full of darkness. This place has to go, man. This place has to go. And that's why all these other nations are going to team up and tag team and destroy the fuck out of America, man. Right? But soon it will be your turn to be disgraced. Come drink and be exposed. The Lord going crazy. It says, drink the cup of Yahweh's judgment, and all your glory will be turned into shame. So it's going to be their turn to be shameful. Just like how Our name is shame right now. Their name gonna be shame when they go into captivity. Pulling them up out them caves and them rocks, man. You know, when they go into captivity, they gonna be ashamed. We gonna work their ass to death like they worked us to death. They gonna build our kingdom like we built their kingdom. You cut down the forest of Lebanon, now you will be cut down. You destroyed the wild animals, so now their terror will be yours. See, all you know, that can goes into. It goes into a few things, but I'm gonna take it to, you know, deforestation, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you always got the animals and people's yards and attacking people in these neighborhoods and roaming the different neighborhoods, attacking people because, you know, Esau's got all this deforestation, man, just to build up their factories, just to build up their smart cities, you know, just to build up all these different factories producing chemicals and all this bullshit that we don't need here man. You know? You destroyed wild animals, so now the terror will be yours. You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence. What good is an idol carved by man or a cast image that deceives you? How foolish to trust your own creation, a God that can't even talk. Man, the Lord popping off at him. So you trusting in your white Jesus, you trusting all these false gods, a God that can't even talk, a God that can't even save you, a God that can't even help you in time of trouble. What sorrow awaits you who say, "One idols wake up and save us." See, that's the spirit. The speechless stone image you say, "Rise up and teach us." Can an idol tell you what to do? They may be overlaid with gold and silver, but they are lifeless inside. But Yahweh is in his holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before him. Ooh-wee. So, hey, man, Babylon about to get destroyed, man. America about to get whacked on. This place is going to be finished in 1 hour, man. So that was pretty much it, you know. Slakia. I saw that article, man, and just wanted to bring that out, you know. So I truly hope this lesson was edifying. Shalom.